Again, this is 4th grade, numbers and fractions, the 3rd standard. We're talking about decomposing fractions. Okay? You'll probably end up having more vocabulary, but as of right now, the new vocabulary term is unit fraction. Now, what do you think a unit fraction is? How many does a unit represent? 1. So a unit fraction is any fraction that has what in it? But where is the 1? In the numerator or the denominator?
Denominator.
The numerator. When a 1 is in the denominator, it's a whole number. So give me an example of a unit fraction then. A 1 has to be where?
The numerator.
Say it again.
104.
Give me another.
102.
Give me another.
103.
Give me another.
106.
What about this?
102.
Is that a unit fraction?
Yes.
It has a 1 in the, I can't say it, but it has a 1 in the numerator. What about this one?
103. 109.
Are those unit fractions?
Yes.
So unit fractions are fractions that has what in the numerator?
1.
1. Okay? Well, you're going to need to know what unit fractions are to decompose them. Because we're going to take a big fraction and break it into unit fractions. So 9/12 has how many unit fractions in it?
4. No, 9, 12 got 9.
9. We got 1 over 12 how many times? 9. So 3/7 has how many unit fractions in it? 3 1/7. Because if we add them together, we get 3/7. So it seems like y'all are going to get this pretty easy. And I'm going to demonstrate it using fraction bars. Okay? What does it mean to decompose? We've already mentioned. Decompose means to break apart. I think you were first introduced to decomposing whole numbers in the 3rd grade. If I take 123, that means I want to know how many hundreds is in it, how many tens is in it, and how many ones. Well, when I decompose 123, it decomposes or expands into 100 plus 20 plus 3. Do you agree? Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to talk about fractions today. Okay? So if I'm looking down here, now again, I'd rather you pay attention than write. Okay? So if you feel like you're not able to pay attention when you write, don't write. Because I'm recording this, don't forget. You'll be able to go back and watch it. Okay? You need to watch it tonight. It's not an option. Watch it tonight. Okay? Decomposing fractions. To decompose fractions or to understand what it is, you need to understand that fractions can be decomposed, broken down, or separated into smaller parts. Okay? And we do that when we simplify fractions or when we find equivalent fractions. We're showing a new way to name the same amount. Okay? Here's an example. I'm going to use these fraction bars that I draw to break the same fraction down into smaller parts. Okay? So what can one whole be broken down into? You need to understand that anything and everything begins as a whole before it is broken down into fractions. That pizza we always eat starts as a what? A whole pizza. Do you ever order a pizza and it comes to the house half eaten? No, it starts as a whole pie, don't it? And every time we eat a slice, we eat a fraction of it. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Yeah. So it's like if I have a large pizza that's cut into 12 slices and I eat one slice, what fraction of the pizza did I just eat? 1/12. 1/12 is an example of a unit fraction. So when you're grabbing slices of pizzas, you're taking unit fractions of the pizza. Are you making that connection? Okay. One whole. How many halves can one whole be broken down into? So now I'm going to take this one whole and break it into many different unit fractions. The only difference is these unit fractions are going to have different what? Denominators. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Okay. I'm going to break one whole into 2 parts. And 2 will be my first denominator. How many parts will one whole break into? Well, what's my denominator? 2. So how many parts do I need? 2. Each part equals what, Kenna?
Half.
1/2. So it takes 2 of these to make one of those. You agree? Okay. Okay. What denominator do you think I'm going to use next?
3.
3. We're going to go in order. So I've got to break. Do I need the same size bar? Yeah. I gotta break it in how many parts?
3.
And again, if you pick at my drawing, okay, Mr. Gray ain't the best artist. Okay, break it down into 3 parts. You kind of want the parts to be what? Equal. What goes here? 1 over. How did I know 1/3 goes here? How many parts? Yeah, and each part represents a what? A fraction of 1/3.
Each one is worth 1.
So what am I going to break it into next?
The 4. I do wash your
Okay, I'm going to break it into halves, then break those into halves. And each part's worth how much?
1. 4 squares. 1.
Are you making a connection?
Yeah.
How many fourths are in a whole?
4.
How many thirds are in a whole?
3.
How many halves are in a whole? You get it? So how do I go from here to here? What did I have to do with each unit fraction? Add them up. Tell me what we're adding right here. 1/2 plus.
1/2. But the denominator.
Can I add them like that? Yes. Why?
Because they are the same.
What's they?
The denominator.
It's going to stay or what?
2.
And what do I do with the numerator?
Add them.
When the top and bottom number in a fraction is the same, it equals 1 whole. And that makes sense, don't it? Because we're comparing this to the whole. Well, let's go down here. How did I get 1 whole out of 1/3, 1/3, 1/3? I added, and I added what, Kenna?
Yeah.
1/3 plus
1/3
plus
1/3.
Davion, I get. Can I add them like that? Why, Janasia?
Because it got the 3. It got the same denominator.
Thank you. Use that terminology. And I get what? 3 over 3, don't I? And it equals what?
1 whole.
Yeah, these are all equivalent to 1 whole. Well, how do I get this down here?
Add
what?
Add numerators 4 times.
Can I just add the numerators?
Yes.
What has to be the same?
The denominator.
Of
4.
And I get up here.
4.
And it equals.
4.
Are you making a connection here?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna give you something else. I'm gonna leave that drawing down there. I'm gonna make a C up here. And again, this is being recorded. So if you didn't get it written down, don't break down. You got plenty of time. I do want you to watch this tonight, though. If you don't have internet access, you need to be in here during micro. Okay. Always, people, check Math Games daily. Check this split lesson board every day to make sure you're caught up. Okay. Daily. If we're not here, can we still not check flip lessons and math games from home? Yes, I expect for you to. C. Let's use or using bar models to decompose fractions. Well, the bar model is just what we've been using. This is a bar model right here. Don't these look like bars? Yeah, that's what we're going to use. So if I give you 3 and 3/7, and it looks like I'm going to have to erase this because I'm going to need some more room. Okay. Now, we begin by putting each term in a bar model. What do you call this kind of number?
3. Mixed.
Mixed number. Okay? But before we go to mixed numbers, since
We already did these. We're going to show this an easy way to do it.
Okay.
Because like you put X
hold
beside
on,
it.
hold on,
No,
hold
it's
on.
easy.
Let me take 3/7.
But it's hard when you it's hard when
The key is to break down into units. And unit what?
fractions.
Yeah. What are units? They're the same thing as what? One. Holes. Very good. Do I have any holes in this fraction? No, so I don't have to worry about breaking them into units. I'm only going to use unit fractions. You'll only break them into units when you have a mixed number. You got a whole number sitting right here. Okay. How many unit fractions can 3/7 break into?
2.
No.
How do I know? I can just look at my what? Numerator. How many units can I get out of 3? 1, 2, 3. I know what kind of symbols go between them.
Plus.
And I know they have to be written as what? They have to be written as fractions. So I need what? A fraction bar and what in the bottom?
7.
And when I add 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7, I get, let me show you what that looks like. 3/7 is broken down into how many sevenths? Or 1/7? 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it beginning to make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do another one.
Miss Gray, you gonna give a worksheet on?
You know it. Oh, I am. Today. Okay. Today. Let's try this one.